On the way in, my anesthesiologist, I had asked to leave me awake when I went into the OR because I'd never seen the inside of an OR before.
Okay.
I've had a bunch of surgeries.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, no problem. So I had an epidural in me. They left me awake, pushed me into the OR, and I get into the OR, and it is like the coolest thing you've ever seen because it's all stainless steel, and there's a bunch of cameras and big screens and a big table with tools on it, and I'm just like, this is super cool. They transfer me off of my little hospital bed gurney thing onto the operating table, and they are in the process of strapping my arms down.
Sure.
The prep nurse comes over to shave me because they have to shave basically my entire belly where they're operating, and she does not know that I am awake.
Yes.
Quiet, please.
So as she's opening my gown to shave me, I pick my head up and I look at her and I go, "Stay above the equator." And to which she responds by freaking the fuck out and yelling, "Patient's awake! Patient's awake!" All I hear is behind
She's
me.
not expecting that.
All I hear behind me is my anesthesiologist laughing, and he just walks up and he's like, "Okay, dude, I think it's time to go to sleep." And I was like, "Night, night."
Bye-bye.
4,
That was it.
3, 2.
The Apple Company presents a Truly Terrible Podcast. Welcome to Nonsense Season 2, Episode 6. I'm Jeff Parker.
I'm not Jeff Parker.
This is our take on the week's business, tech, and entertainment headlines. This time, we're going to celebrate a very important anniversary.
This is our anniversary of knowing each other, because that seems pretty important.
You'll see. It's World Hippo Day. Did you know that before 1909, scientists placed hippos in the same group as pigs? Despite their outward similarities with wild boars, hippopotamuses are closely related to whales, dolphins, and porpoises. Hippos are semi-aquatic mammals that are native to sub-Saharan Africa. They are herbivores and can weigh up to 2,000 kilograms, making them the third largest land mammal after elephants and rhinos. Hippos are primarily found in rivers, lakes, and mangrove swamps. Today encourages people to take action to prevent the hippo's extinction.
All right, first of all, I have a name, and you can just use my name, all right?
Okay.
If you want to give me a day, that's fine. Why do I have to call it World Hippo Day, okay? Now, you said that these things were in the same group as...
Happy CJ Day.
See, now we're talking. Now
Is
I
that
feel
better?
like, yes, I feel a better personal connection.
Excellent.
You said these were previously in the same group as pigs?
Well, scientists had it misclassified, yeah.
Well, I don't know. But, I mean, now I'm just thinking about hippo bacon. Is that a thing? Can I go? Is there a place I
as
can
far
go
as
get?
I know, that's not a thing. Again, the goal is to think about preventing their extinction today, not to think about how you can fry them up with eggs.
I mean, listen, anything endangered, I don't like to eat. Then I realize, well, if I don't eat it, the Japanese are going to eat us all out of bluefin tuna anyway. So I might as well sneak in a piece every now and again.
Let's hope that's not true. How is your week going?
I don't know anymore because now I'm just thinking that I'm not living since I haven't had hippo bacon yet in my life. My week is going, I would say, exceptionally well because as you know, I have not had a root canal.
Any week you don't have a root canal, you're having a good week.
I am having a good week. Which, by the way, given my teeth and my history of poor dental hygiene in my 20s, I feel like it's 50-50 every week if I'm having a root canal or not. So every week that I don't have one, I'm really dodging a bullet.
How many have you had?
Oh, that's not important. Let's not disclose all of our secrets here on the show. Some things should remain private. I have had more than one, but less than a dozen. How's that? How about we just put a range? Yeah.
There's only 32
so
teeth.
many teeth. Exactly. But funny enough, I have had a root canal twice on the same tooth. So figure that one out. Yeah, they missed. Apparently they missed a root. Yeah, apparently they missed a root. And I when I met my endodontist on this, I referred to it as, what did I say? I was like, I need another root canal or no, I said the root canal failed. I said the first one must have failed. He goes, it didn't fail. They never completed it.
Yeah, oh sure.
Like
you got to get all the nerves.
So grumpy that I said failed. He's like, they didn't do it. Anyway, this week has been a blast. This might be one of my favorite weeks for a handful of reasons.
Okay.
Of course, it's Valentine's Day, so I get to see the kids in their school. We're giving their friends little Valentines. My wife is awesome and makes Valentines with the kids.
It's adorable. It's so cute.
Now, my oldest son refused any help. He insisted on making Valentines for his whole class all by himself.
Handmade.
Wow. Pipe cleaners, construction paper. I mean, they love arts and crafts.
Unquestionably, homemade Valentines are the best Valentines.
They look like a 5-year-old made them. They do not look like you got
as
any
they
help,
should.
And they are the cutest thing. And then he said at the very end, he's got this little bus buddy. So, he's on the bus every day. And his favorite friend on his bus is not in his class. So he's like, I need to make one for her. They were out of supplies. They didn't have any more supplies to make another one. So my wife says, well, you can use, this one over here that you made for your brother and just give that to your friend on the bus. And my son was like, oh yeah, Jack doesn't need one. He's fine. Like,
Jack,
you little
Jack
shit.
knows I love him. He doesn't need me.
Give your brother a Valentine, for Christ's sake. Anyway, super cute. No, my week has been great. I'm not sure yours has been as great. How has yours been?
I was medicated, which, thank goodness for
more
medication.
so than
I
normal.
have never been in so much pain.
Yeah.
A tooth pain is just like
Terrible.
a special kind of pain.
Yeah.
Now, I have heard passing a kidney stone is the most painful thing you will ever go through, or giving birth is the most painful thing you'll ever go with. If it's worse than the infection in your tooth that causes you to have a root canal, I shoot me now. I cannot imagine pain worse than that. My tooth had a heartbeat.
I know. That's terrible. I had one that, again, the one that I said failed, but was just never done correctly. Every time my heart beat, my face throbbed, and it was terrible. And then I'm thinking about my options. I'm like, either get this tooth out of my mouth, or maybe I just slow the heart down. Like one of the two.
I can stop the heart. I can
just
make
stop
the heart stop.
Fine.
Exactly.
Sign me up. Where's my fentanyl stash?
It's so much pain.
My mother used to always tell me that childbirth was extremely painful, and then she would just stare at me, and then she would say, but not as bad as tooth pain. She always said tooth pain was worse.
But anyway, I'm happy it's over. I went to a very lovely endodontist. If you're getting a root canal, go to an excellent endodontist. Please. That is someone who just does root canals all day long, so they really know what they're doing.
Having had somewhere between 1 and 12 root canals in my life, the first couple were done with a dentist, and those were the ones that didn't work out well. And every root canal I've had since then has been with a endodontist.
My dentist said he didn't even do it. Doesn't even do it.
That's
doesn't
great.
Even pretend. It's like you need to go to an endodontist.
Yeah, as they probably shouldn't. Now, what you can do if you're like me and you're gonna plan on having a couple of these, you can basically just buy like a book of them, kind of like a car wash, and you can just get a book of them. You get a little discount, and you just buy like a pack of 10 root canals.
Oh, there was no discount.
Yeah.
This is not a cheap procedure.
And you're in for the first one too.
There is no lawyer in Los Angeles who is billing more.
Well, there is
than
now.
My endodontist per hour.
Endodentist. That sounds even better.
I was really impressed with how much they are making per hour.
I am very glad that you are back to some resemblance of normal, and I very much appreciate you being a good sport and recording a little bit for us last week and the little blurb we put out. I know you didn't want to.
That one line was the only thing I could do.
It came out great. So anyway, we're glad to have you back.
It made me laugh when I heard it back, though. I liked how you used it. It was
super fun. It was the best way I could see to showcase that, folks, we are not just taking the week off.
Shall we get to our headlines?
We should. There's been a lot that's happened in the 2 weeks we've been gone.
Bolts appeared to be missing from the Boeing 737 MAX door plug that blew off mid-flight.
So let's be clear on this.
There were no bolts.
Yeah, it wasn't like they were there and then they vanished. They just weren't there.
The good news is the bolts didn't fail.
Yeah.
The bad news is no one put them in.
So this is the TLDR on this, and this is pretty nuts, is there was a repair that was done in an area near where the plug was. So they took the bolts out, presumably to take the plug out or to move it. They repaired the area of the fuselage. They did not put the bolts back in. So in some ways, depending on how you look at life, pessimistically, this is bad because the fucking bolts weren't in the fucking plug on the fucking plane that you're flying on.
Oh.
But it was kind of good because hopefully this was a one-off repair and not something you're seeing on all the other 737 MAXs, which is...
Checklists, people. Checklists. Take the bolts out. Put them on the checklist.
That's the thing.
Put the bolts back in.
A couple things. One, aviation typically is a really good job of having redundancy and checklists so that you know what's happening.
Yeah, sure, for sure.
But here's my thing. At the end of this, when they were done with their repair or whatever, put the plane back into service, some fucker had a handful of bolts. This isn't an IKEA desk. You shouldn't have extra parts.
For sure. You have extra parts. You probably should be worried.
So what happened to that? Did they log that somewhere? Were they just in someone's tool bolt? Is it the guy from Tesla that's got all the bolts for the steering wheels? Like, did they just meet up with him?
I don't know how you have extra parts, especially on a plane that is actively in commercial service.
Where did they go?
And you don't freak out that, there are 4 bolts on my desk that should be in this plane somewhere.
That's exactly
this
what it
plane
is.
Can't fly.
Yeah, Bob's using them as a paperweights. His desk little holders. He's like, look at that. And where'd those come from? He's like, I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
Those look like door plug bolts, Bob. Maybe you should put those back, in the plane.
At least flag the plane as until we find where these four bolts go.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You want to flag the plane, like give it like a Yelp review, like the mechanics, and just be like,
yes,
that plane's only 3 stars. So when I'm getting on my Southwest flight, I can be like, oh no, the mechanic said this one's only 3 stars. I'm not getting on this one. Bolts may be missing. No, I'm good.
Disney, Fox, Warner Brothers, Discovery to create joint sports streaming platform. Have you heard about this?
I did. This kind of, at first it surprised me, then I realized it probably shouldn't. But I think actually this is a good thing.
This is going to be the nail in the coffin of cable TV.
Well, look, first of all, you're almost out of area in that coffin to put in more nails.
They're down to 70 million, something like 70 million subscribers. Yeah. It's really low. Think about this. Alone, Google TV by itself, this is one of zillions of services where you can get live TV. I don't even know how many there are. They have 8 million subscribers.
It's just nuts. And by the way, the service is really, really good.
Oh, I'm sure.
The interface
I don't
is
have
great.
It, but I believe
it's great.
you.
It's been the best transition of that terrestrial or typical cable service. That's
what you use?
Linear. It is what I never watch television.
One of the 8 million.
The few times that I turn on television, it's on YouTube TV. It's been really, really good. I'm very impressed. Their search is great. Their archive is great. The interface is really good. They've added features to it that are, quote, easy to do with an IP-based platform that you can't really do with a cable platform, like split screen for NFL. I bought the Sunday ticket package so that I could see NFL out of market games. I don't give a shit about NFL out of mark games. However, I'd have friends that would come over. Sundays, they wouldn't come over because they couldn't see their stupid fucking football games.
Now they can see them. Yeah,
so I was like,
right,
well, I'll
right,
buy
right.
this. They can come over and see them. That was the smart move. Then the idiot in me said, oh, well, I'll just give them access so that they can watch them too. When they're not coming over, they can watch the games. They never fucking come over. They just stay at their house and use my account to watch their fucking out-of-market games. I'm like, this completely blew up in my face.
Well, password sharing.
One of them, well, no, actually even worse. I shouldn't even admit this. One of them is a listener on the show, and I just added his account to my family account so he can use his own account. And I was like, I'm an idiot. This is dumb. Now I can't turn him off, but he'll hear this and know how grumpy I am.
So here's my question about this sports package. If it's going to be all of the A sports, now it's obviously not the ones that CBS and NBC are carrying, right?
I don't
Those
know.
two obviously will not be a part of the package because they're not a part of this group. They're not part of Fox or Walt Disney's ESPN or Warner Brothers.
Yep.
So obviously there will be two more major outlets for sports.
At
This is
least
going to be
two,
A games
sure.
from everyone else who is not CBS or NBC.
Okay.
As I understand it.
Sure, until they join.
How much will you pay per month to have this service? This
Me?
can't be cheap.
Like, are you asking me or are you saying rhetorically?
A person.
I would easily pay $1.
Right, because you don't watch sports. You don't care.
Just don't care.
It's the only channel I want.
The sports channel?
The rest of cable can go away, and I'd be perfectly happy just to have the sports channel.
Is this where are you going to shill for Apple TV again? Is this where you say you just need your sports channel on Apple TV and that's it? That's all you need?
I could even probably live without Apple TV if I had the sports channel.
Yeah.
I mean, there'll be certain weeks of the year that are dark, I guess, because there are weeks where there's no overlap of baseball and basketball and all
It
that.
does seem like there's an opportunity here for like a cheap PPV, pay-per-view, and then some subscription, all a la carte. Like that seems to be where it's going. I don't know. I don't think if they'll be sane enough to figure that out, but it sure would be nice.
Well, they're trying not to do that. They're trying to bind together all of the sports so that they can charge.
Keep that submodel alive.
My guess. What's your guess for what this is going to cost a month?
$29.
Oh, really? You think?
Yeah. What do you think?
I think higher. I think it's got to be. I mean, honestly, I think they might start it at $29 a month, but to break even, they're going to need $50 a month.
I don't know. I mean, maybe they carve this up into different leagues, but I think you got a lot of people who only care about one or two of these things.
Of course, that's why they're trying to bind them all together.
But it's
their only hope of being able to bring in that much revenue.
But like on all these things, there's going to be a glass ceiling. People aren't they're not going to be willing to spend $80 a month on this, in addition to their $80 YouTube TV that was supposed to compete with their $100 Spectrum cable package.
Sure.
I think it's going to have to go down market on price. I would think. We'll see.
My thought is that their sports are so addicted to getting paid per subscriber, not per subscriber to the sports channel, per subscriber to the cable package.
Yeah.
I mean, it's $6 for ESPN that you're paying, whether you watch ESPN or not.
Of course.
If your favorite channel is the Food Network and you never tune in to ESPN, you're still paying $6 a month for ESPN. So when you get rid of all those people who are subsidizing sports, who don't watch sports, and they're subsidizing the cost of sports, that's an enormous amount of lost revenue. So when you put it all into one streaming service like this, you're going to have to charge a lot of money to bring in the same amount of money.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how that's going to go down. I'm kind of fascinated though by what's the Phoenix team? Is it the
Suns? Yeah,
that got their rights back out of bankruptcy from Bally's? To me, that actually seems like the better path. Why not drive more of that revenue back to the team? I feel like more of it should land there.
Well, the thing that I never understand, why does the NFL not have their own streamer? Why don't they host all their own games on their own streamer? I mean that's the big one.
It does seem like that's where they're going. Let's do this. What do you think? You tell me the number of the base package, the cost per month, and I'll pick the over-under, and we'll see who's right.
Well, here's the deal. It's going to start at a much cheaper price than it's going to end up. It's going to be a loss leader when they release it. I agree with you. It'll be $29 when they start out.
Sure. But I loved your.
It's not going to stay $29.
I loved your read on the crystal ball. It will get more expensive with time. Good job. Wow. This has been Economics 301 with your instructor.
Someday I'll tell you about microprocessors and how that's going to go.
Parker's Law. Great. Oh, wait, it's going to get more expensive. Weird. Okay.
I don't mean in step with inflation. I mean to actually pay for. They're going to be operating at a loss to begin with.
Of course.
And then they're going to draw people in, and they're going to get you from 29. Yeah. They'll go you from 29. The next year they'll go, and it'll be 35, and then it'll be $34.99, whatever that is, and then it'll be 40, and then it'll be 50. Where does it hit its landing point? It's going to be around $50.
We should
can't imagine it's going to be much less than $50.
I don't know if we have this kind of power or control, but we should really use your crystal ball for good. We should really take that. I mean, I see what you did there with the price increments. That was incredible. Counting by fives. I wouldn't even. You must be a pharmacist.
Amazing.
You should be working at CVS putting pills in a bottle.
Just accept
That's incredible to me. A 90-day supply, and they're just out there counting by fives. No one's business.
Okay, enough with the headlines. Up next, we're going to mark a milestone, an important anniversary.
Is it ours? It's not ours.
It's not ours.
We need hats, noisemakers. What are we doing?
We might need hats and noisemakers. You're right. I hadn't thought of that.
Very excited. I'm completely in the dark about this. I can't wait to find out.
All right, let's go. On February 15th, we will celebrate the launch of ENIAC,
The computer?
the Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. ENIAC.
ENIAC, right? ENIAC.
That's correct. That's correct. Do you know about this machine?
Of course I do.
What do you know about this machine? Tell me what you know.
I mean, it's arguably the first computer.
It's not arguably the first computer. It is the first computer.
It's the first computer that used primarily electrons.
Correct. February 15th, 1946.
I mean, because you had
It's the first programmable electronic general purpose digital computer. There were other computers that had combinations of these features, but the ENIAC had all of them in one computer.
What were the things? What were the qualifications that made it all in one? That was the first thing?
Programmable,
Yeah, okay.
electronic,
Yeah.
general purpose digital computer.
Okay.
It is Turing complete and able to solve a large class of numerical problems through reprogramming.
Okay.
The first one.
I mean, look, I don't want to be the one that has to go dig up Lovelace and tell her she didn't work on a computer because I feel like it was a computer, right? And it was like, I believe it was general purpose, but it was not electronic.
They were mechanical. Yeah.
Anyway, so this was the precursor. The ENIAC was the precursor to the Vision Pro, right?
That's exactly what made me think of it, was the Vision Pro, where we are with technology today and computers.
What came before this? The Mac SE. What came before that?
Where did
The
all
ENIAC.
this start?
Yeah,
And it starts
totally.
with the ENIAC
Okay.
on February 15th, which is when it was launched.
And more importantly, to me at least, not more importantly, of equal importance, my son's birthday.
happy birthday. Which son?
Don't know.
Okay, good to know.
So many kids.
I thought we'd celebrate by having a little quiz on the ENIAC.
Uh-oh.
And computers more recent
Uh-oh.
by having a little game show like question and answer.
Wait a minute. Is this the follow-up to me fucking up the GPS thing? Because let me tell you, I got a lot of hate mail about that. Basically,
What was the hate mail you got about the...
I got more than one message of people that are like, or effectively the equivalent of like, I trusted you. It's all been a lie.
That's hilarious.
And my response was, how the fuck do you think I feel? My entire life, I thought those things didn't move relative to us. As it turns out, they're moving.
Like crazy there.
There's a whole new set of neurons that had to get broken into, which I don't do very well anymore.
Something we didn't mention on that show is that a lot of our GPS stuff is using the Russian satellites too.
I didn't know that.
We freely
Take
just
advantage of those
reach off of them.
Well, they use ours too. You can't really they understand the English, like, right? You broadcast, they still get it.
Back to the ENIAC.
Okay.
We're gonna have a little quiz about it.
Okay.
And computers more recent.
Okay.
Each question is multiple choice and worth 1 point.
Isn't computers more recent literally all computers? Just a little quiz about all of computation ever is basically what you just said. Okay, great. Yeah, sure. 1 point.
That's
What's
true.
the
We're not
over-under?
going to go back any farther than the ENIAC, though. You don't have to know any farther back than the ENIAC.
Oh, okay, great. All my Lovelace knowledge won't play here. Perfect. Well, my question is, roughly speaking, how many questions are we going to ask? And what is the over-under for the score I'm going to get?
It's 30 questions.
Okay, and the over-under?
Your goal is to get 30 points.
Okay, I understand. What do you think I'm going to do? What?
No. I'm going to tell you, though. I'm going to tell you, though, how you're going to do it.
Yeah.
If you can answer a question without any of the multiple choice choices being read,
I get 5 points.
you get 2 points.
Oh, come on.
You get double the score.
You do it with no help and I only get 2 points?
Yeah, but you're good at this.
What lifelines do I have? Oh, thank you. Can I phone a friend?
Sure, you can phone a friend.
Can that friend be you? Can that friend? All right, I'm mildly nervous about this, but let's see what happens.
You should not be nervous. Each one you get 30 seconds.
Okay, 30 seconds
To answer each one. I'm going to read the question,
And I
then
can't Google.
you're going to say
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
You're going to say multiple
multiple choice
Give me
or
the
not.
multiple.
Okay, this is terrible.
Or if you can just answer it. I'm betting a lot of these you're going to be able to.
Do they get harder as we go, or are they just in no particular order?
They're in no particular order.
Okay.
We're going to jump all around the history of computing.
Okay.
So we just try one.
Yeah,
and see how it
I
goes.
got to focus on this. You got to work the timer here.
You got to tell me now. Remember, I'm going to read the question. You tell me if you want immediately if you want me to go to multiple choice.
Okay, I'll blink 3 times rapidly.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm ready.
What was the main purpose of the ENIAC?
Wasn't it like the Navy or some intelligence agencies, some U.S. government agencies attempt to build a computer?
What they want to do with it? There's a very specific purpose.
Was it to break encryption? Can I get this multiple choice?
Yes.
Okay, go.
A, word processing. B, playing video games. C, social media interaction and cat videos. And D, ballistic table calculations for the U.S. Army.
This is how this episode's going to go, isn't it? All right. Now I understand. I think it was right in between social networking and ballistic calculations for the U.S.
that's
Navy.
time.
Is this where you do your Trebek impression? Like, oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is back when it was called the Facebook, though, right? Before they dropped
Yes.
the, and it just became Facebook.
We're going to give you 1 point for that, but you did go over. If you look up, you did go over on the clock.
Okay, well, fine. So 30 seconds includes your reading of the multiple choice and me
No,
stumbling around.
I stopped for that. I stopped the clock for
Okay.
that. You ready to go for the next,
Of course,
the next
I'm
one?
just rapid fire.
Who created the first compiler?
The first compiler ever?
Yes.
Holy shit. I mean, it's not K&R. It had to be before that. I don't know if my history goes beyond K&R for compilers. It's multiple choice me.
Okay, we'll stop the clock. We'll do the multiple choice. A, Charles Babbage. B, Grace Hopper. C. Alan Turing. D. Ada Lovelace.
Oh, man. Babbage, Turing, Lovelace. What was the other one? Babbage, Turing, Lovelace.
Grace Hopper.
Hopper. I'm going to go with Hopper.
You are correct.
Wow. Okay. That was sketchy. I knew it wasn't Babbage. I knew it wasn't Lovelace.
Grace Hopper appeared on the David Letterman show once.
I remember you telling me this.
And it's absolutely charming. She talks about the speed of light, how far light travels in a second. And she throws a little piece of string on the desk for David to look at. It's maybe 11 inches long.
Yeah.
And she says, that's a nanosecond.
That's awesome.
It's really cool.
True story. Literally a couple days ago, my son was asking about the speed of light. He said some number. I was like, it's really fast. And he was like 1,000 miles per hour. And I was like, buddy.
Yeah.
I told him it was 186,000 miles per second, I think, because, my physics is tired. And my wife looked at me like I was an idiot. So he asked Google. And of course, the answer was 186,000 miles per second. And I felt extremely proud of myself.
In geosynchronous orbit.
God damn it.
You ready for the next one? This is question number 3.
Wait, I'm 2 points right now? I'm sitting
You
on
got
2
both.
points.
You got
All right.
You're 2 for 2.
Crushing it.
Ready?
Yeah, go.
The Google Pixel Watch 2 has roughly a couple billion transistors. How many vacuum tubes did the ENAC ultimately use?
Oh, geez. Like 150 or something, I thought. Give me my multiple choice. I don't know the answer.
Okay, multiple choice. 8,000, 15,000, 18,000, 54,000.
8,000. Lowest number. That's my guess. Really?
Sadly,
What's the
you got
answer?
a big zero on that one.
18,000?
It is 18,000.
I knew it had to be small.
What do you mean small? 18,000 is huge.
Well, I thought my guess was in the hundreds.
They
but I
literally
knew it had to
couldn't
be-
keep the thing up and running for a full day because the tubes would burn out. They had
Yeah, I was
they,
gonna say,
they created
amount
a
of
special
heat
kind
on that.
they created a special kind of tube where they could get them to last about a day and a half before they went
Interesting.
down.
A handful of guys' jobs were just like painting the Golden Gate Bridge, just swapping
Right.
out tubes the whole time.
And to go figure
That's
out which
nuts.
tube died.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Question number 4.
2 for 3.
The Universal Turing Machine is a theoretical model described by Turing. What is it?
Wait, you're talking about the machine, not the test, right? Not the Turing test.
Universal Turing Machine.
It's basically a way to describe any computational system. It's a linear string of 1 and 0s where you could have commands and data encoded into one long string, and all you can do is move forward and back on the string. That's it. And that describes all of, in theory, what's computationally possible.
You're correct. No, we're going to give it to you. We're not giving
how
it
kind
to
of
you.
in the-
You got it.
How kind of you in the academy. Great. Now I'm back to even money.
Yeah.
4 points out of 4
You
questions.
got it without, you're right. You get 2 points on that because you got it
Like how I
without.
inserted myself up front there?
I think you were smart to do that. You're back at par. Okay, you ready for this? What is the market capitalization of all cryptocurrency in January of 2024?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't have a fucking crystal ball. I have no idea. Give me the... I'm definitely getting this one wrong. Give me the multiple choice.
A, roughly $1.6 trillion.
Okay.
B, roughly $2.7 trillion. C, roughly $600 billion.
Okay.
D, roughly $15.6 trillion.
Oh, it's 2.7 or 15.6. I'm going to go with 2.7 trillion.
It is $1.6 trillion. Below its peak, by the way, of $2.9 trillion in November of 2021.
Look, I don't follow that fucking juggling volatile mess. What is my fake bullshit worth today? I don't know. Go trade GameStop. Get off my lawn.
The Google Pixel Watch 2 weighs 31 grams without the band. What is the approximate weight of the completed ENAC?
I don't know the approximate weight. I know that Popular Mechanics in 1949 said computers in the future may weigh no more than 1.5 tons, so it was a fucking lot. How about you give me the multiple choice on this one, and please God, not in kilograms.
Okay, here's the multiple choice. A, 10 pounds. B, 100 pounds. C, 1,000 pounds. D, 30 tons.
I'm going to go on a stretch here and go with 30 tons.
30 tons is correct.
By the way, had you said 30 tons, 45 tons, or 60 tons, I would have probably guessed 60 tons. No, 10 pounds is great, though. That's as much as my iVision Pro weighs, theoretically.
It's exactly the same as the Vision Pro, 30 tons.
Exactly the same, yeah. All right, I'm still behind a point here, I think.
You are.
I'm keeping a running total in my head.
How was the ENAC programmed?
In Pascal. No, what do you mean, how was it? It was programmed with a switchboard, right? It was a bunch of switches.
Correct. It's manually adjusting cables and switches.
Yeah, there was no like tape or input mechanism.
There's no keyboard. There's no keyboard.
I should have made your skin crawl and said JavaScript. The funny joke is they started with JavaScript, but then decided the switches was easier.
Backed up and went back to cables.
Yeah, they said, you know what? Let's now switches.
Here you go. This one you're going to get.
That's funny.
What research institution was Dennis Ritchie, the brain behind Unix and the programming language C, associated with for most of his career?
Oh man, I'm probably gonna be wrong. I want to say MIT. MIT? Fuck. Do I get to do the multiple choice still?
Oh, sure.
Or do I
Let's
lose
give you the multiple choice.
Sure.
IBM Research,
Okay.
Microsoft Research, Bell Labs,
Okay.
Stanford University.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I was thinking it's Bell Labs.
Bell Labs is correct.
I was thinking it was like universities. Okay, yeah, Bell Labs. Yeah, of course. I'm behind by 1 point still.
You ready for this? Who were the ENIAC girls?
The people who actually made flip the switches?
You're correct.
No, they wore like midriff tops and had pom poms, and when they would televise the events,
They cheerleaded
they would dance
the
around.
computer on.
Give me an E. Give me an N. What's it spell?
Female computer programmers who operated the ENIAC.
Yeah, it was the 40s. That's great. Called the ENIAC girls.
All the men were off at war, I guess. I don't know. But
Yeah.
in those days, like Grace Hopper, a lot of computing things were done by females. I mean,
yeah, amazing.
Right.
That they can do the exact same job.
the real stars were the females.
And then all the dudes came back and they're like, get back in the kitchen.
Get away from my machine.
Terrible. You don't know how to use this. Like, what?
Who devised the theory of machine-independent programming languages?
Devise the theory?
Yes.
Oh, man. I mean, I guess I'll take a stab at this since I get to go to multiple choice anyway. I would... K&R? It's not K&R.
That is incorrect.
I know. Yeah, give me the multiple choice.
Here's the multiple
Knuth
choice.
was my backup guess, but I still think that's wrong.
You're correct. You're in the right genre. The answers are A, Dennis Ritchie and Brian Kernahan.
K&R.
B, Grace Hopper.
Okay.
C, Ken Thompson. D, Hedy Lamarr and composer George Thiel.
You had fun writing these, didn't you?
Did.
I don't know who Ken Thompson is, but that's got to be the answer.
Ken Thompson created the Go programming language.
So it's not Ken Thompson.
And Ken Thompson also worked with Dennis Ritchie when they created a language called B that was the predecessor to C.
I've read about this, but I don't know it. Wait, so the choice, I got this one wrong clearly. So it was K&R.
Yeah.
Who was after K&R?
K&R, Grace Hopper, Ken Thompson, Hedy Lamarr, and composer George Thiel.
So it was Hopper?
Grace Hopper is correct.
Huh. All right. Now I'm 2 points behind. I mean, I guess she was the first compiler, so I guess that would have carried through. But okay, I'm willing to take that one.
She's incredibly smart. I'm going to put the
Yeah, of
clip
course.
of her on Letterman.
Please. I need to
the
watch
show
that.
notes.
Yeah. Come on, ask me some assembly instructions.
What other tasks did the ENIAC perform besides military calculations?
I am not a teapot. Other than military calculations, that is such a wide. I don't know. Give me a multiple choice. What other tasks?
Multiple choice. Here we go.
TurboTax. It was the OG version
Yes,
of TurboTax.
TurboTax.
Okay, great.
A, none. It was strictly for military use. B, weather prediction. C, atomic energy research. D, B and C.
B and C was atomic energy research and weather prediction.
Correct.
I feel like it's A or B. I'm gonna go with A. None. Oh crap. Was it B?
The answer is D. It was used for weather
Was it B
prediction
and-
and atomic energy research.
I mean, it didn't have enough processing power to do anything for atomic energy research. So now I'm behind by 3 points now.
You're doing all right. You'll be fine. There's some easier ones coming up.
I hope there's some softballs at the end.
Here we go.
What type of fruit was the Macintosh named after?
Peaches.
You got some of those. I'm sure I'll fuck that one up too.
Ready? Here's the next one.
Yeah.
Musical.ly was a social media video platform that allowed users to create short comedy videos, initially released in August of 2014.
Yeah.
It merged with TikTok
Yep.
and took the social media world by storm with short-form videos.
Yep.
What was its initial purpose?
What I thought it was the music video sharing thing, wasn't it? Like people could go create music videos.
You would think.
Okay. I don't multiple. Oh wait, I know the answer to this.
Yeah.
This was for the Chinese government to take over the West.
Yes.
Final answer.
Yes, correct.
Give me some multiple choice.
You're out of time anyway. A, educational platform.
Yeah.
B, video editing tool. C, music sharing app. D, lip syncing platform.
Oh, that was lip syncing platform.
Lip syncing is the answer.
Yeah. I kind of said that.
You didn't say that.
It was for like people to make their own music videos. I thought.
Let's go back to the tape. You didn't
Right.
say that.
I don't know what I'm getting on this for points. It's somewhere between 0 and 2. I'm no longer keeping track in my head of how I'm doing.
Here we go. Let's go on to the next one.
I feel like I got that one.
You want that one? I'll give it to you.
No.
Shall I give you 1 point or 2 points? What would you like?
I don't know.
This is the easiest quiz show you've ever been on.
I felt like that was a 2 point. I'll be honest. I feel like it was a 2 point.
You want 2 on that one? You want 7 points?
I feel
Why
like
would
it
you
was
stop at 2?
We'll ask people in the show notes. they can answer.
Okay.
Stop at 2. Inflation should be 4.
All right, here we go. Here's the next question.
Yeah.
Is the ENAC still operational today?
The answer to that I know is no. Part of it's like in a museum somewhere, and not all of it exists. Didn't some of it get lost?
You want to read the multiple choice?
What was the answer? Yes and no? How do you get 4 out of this?
A, it is still used for classified military calculations.
Okay.
B, no, it was destroyed in a fire.
Okay.
C, no, but parts of it are on display at the Smithsonian Institute.
Okay.
D, no, it was dismantled for parts to make zunes.
This entire quiz is really about you writing fun stuff. That's really all it
I
is.
had a lot of fun today doing this. That's true.
I believe I didn't think it was at the Smithsonian, but I know it's on display somewhere. So I'm going to go with C. The taken apart in Smithsonian.
That is correct. Parts of it are on display at the Smithsonian.
It got spread around, though, I think, right?
Well, that's why there's only parts of it at the Smithsonian.
Yeah,
That's quite true. There's not an
By the way, I
operational
love
version of
the
it.
best answer in there, other than the funny one at the end, was they're still using it for computation.
Very slow. It's like
It's what they make the intern do. The new intern in the intelligence department at the DOD. They're like, I'll go fire up the ENIAC. He's like, fuck you.
And how long did it take to fire up? Because those were tubes. It had to take like an hour to get everything, up and ready to go.
I didn't know that. I went to the Smithsonian 10-ish years ago, and I don't remember seeing it there. So I'm gonna have to. I can't wait to take my kids there so they can be annoyed with me pointing out stuff to them.
You got the point on that one. You said no.
I got the 2 points on that one. What do you mean?
Well, you didn't exactly have the Smithsonian. That would be the second part of that.
Okay, really?
Do you want 2 points on it? Oh, you want 2 points on it?
Sorry, it was in the northeast corner of the Smithsonian on the western wall.
No, you didn't even use the
They
word
had to put it at the
Smithsonian.
western wall
At no
because
point
the
did the
sun
word
falls through the
Smithsonian
window.
appear in your answer.
I said it's on display somewhere. I don't know. You didn't tell me the museum. Okay.
But I'll give you
This
2 points
is
for it. I'll
bullshit.
give you 2 points.
This is bullshit.
In what year did Dennis Ritchie and Ken Thompson introduce the C programming language?
Oh, jeez. I don't think I'm going to guess 76, but let me go through some multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Here we go. 1969,
Okay.
1972,
Okay.
1978,
Okay.
1984.
72 was 69, 72, 78, 84.
Correct.
Oh, I think 84 is too late. 78, I think, is too late. I'm going to go with 78.
78 is incorrect.
Is it 72?
1972.
I was right. I middled that. My guess was 76, which was right in the middle of those two numbers.
Right.
I know most of these. The exact year that they brought out C, that's like a Ken Jennings question right there. That's not a me thing. I can tell you like the decade.
This next one you should get right away. You ready?
What song was on the charts when the C language was released? I don't know. Staying Alive?
What award did Dennis Ritchie receive in 1983 for his work on C and Unix?
Oh. It was, well, I actually don't know all of the awards that are out there. I'm going to guess and say the Turing Award.
That is correct. He won the Turing Award.
Is it?
Yes, that is absolutely correct.
Good on me. Look at that.
And no multiple choice, so that's excellent.
+6.
The last 2 questions you've gotten 2 on.
Hello. Hit me.
How long did it take to program a complex calculation on the ENIAC?
Ooh, I got to believe this is a long time. Because you had 18,000 vacuums. I'm going to say this is measured in days. 3 days.
You absolutely got it correct. It literally took days or even weeks.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine that world, by the way? Can you imagine the world doing that? And by the way, without doubt, they got it wrong. So then you had to go back.
Oh, sure.
This isn't like fucking up a Sudoku where you got to go back and be like, oh, shit, is that a 6? Oh, that's maybe. And then you got to redo everything that stemmed from there. Like,
And plus, did I make an error or did the 2 blow
yeah,
out?
exactly. Yeah, good point.
I mean, you have so many options for, where things could
And
have
then
gone wrong.
the more annoying part is they're back there doing this, right? They're like checking all the switches and going and looking at the tubes. And then your dumbass in the corner is like, you should use open source. GDB. Why is this all closed? I'm ready.
Facial recognition technology has seen both advancements and ethical concerns. Which major U.S. city in June of 2019 was the first to ban its use by law enforcement?
Oh, first to ban its use.
First major U.S. city.
I'm going to guess San Francisco.
You are correct.
That's not even really I think it's a technology
You
question.
got 2 points on that, by the way.
I might actually be above water right now.
You are totally above water. For the last 4 questions, you've gotten 2 points.
Crushing it.
What is the estimated cost of building the ENIAC?
Oh, man, this has got to be single-digit millions of dollars in $49 or more.
45, actually.
$45, yeah. I don't know the estimated cost.
You got the multiple choice?
Yeah, I need the multiple choice.
$10,000, which is equivalent to $167,000 today.
Okay, over.
That's A. B, $57 million, which is equivalent to $1.4 billion today.
Whoa.
C, $17.85, which is equivalent to $287 today.
Or a loaf of bread.
Or $487,000, which is equivalent to $6,600,000 today.
I'm going to guess that one, single-digit millions of dollars.
You are correct.
Yeah, sweet. I mean, technically, I kind of two-pointered that because I did say single-digit millions of dollars.
I wanted it down to the penny, and then I also wanted here in what was the cost in Deutschmarks.
Totally. 1945 Deutschmarks.
Come on.
I know the answer to that. 8 trillion Deutschmarks because I'm pretty sure those things hit the fucking ground around 1945.
Here we go. The next question. Streaming services revolutionized music consumption.
Yeah.
Which platform, launched in 2008, popularized on-demand music listening?
Spotify?
You are correct.
I mean, the answer should have been Napster, 98, but Spotify.
That wasn't popular on demand. That was just
That was pretty fucking popular, and it was pretty on demand.
that was pretty much music stealing.
It qualifies for both of those. That's an easy one. That's a lay. That was a layup.
You're actually ahead. You're doing great.
Yeah.
Here we go. Who is responsible for the first actual case of a bug being found in a computer system?
Like the name of the person?
Yes, name of the person.
Crap, I don't know the name of the. I mean,
You want a multiple choice?
yeah, multiple choice.
Duff McKagan, Bill Gates, Grace Hopper, D. Snyder.
I saw him recently, by the way, at the store.
Did you?
I'm gonna guess Hopper. I didn't think it was. I thought it was somebody like on Hopper, like at the same genre, but it has to be Hopper.
Well, since Duff McKagan is from the band Guns N' Roses,
Yeah.
and Bill Gates came along long after there were bugs.
Long after. And by the way, his software never had bugs.
D. Snyder is from the band Twisted Sister.
I know who D. Snyder is. Of
course you do.
Then it had to be Hopper.
The answer is Grace Hopper.
A nice layup.
Hopper was working on the Mark II computer at Harvard University in 1947, and her associates discovered a moth that was stuck in a relay and impeding the use of an operation on the computer. So they extracted the moth and affixed it to a log sheet for the day with the notation,
Yeah.
first actual case of bug being found.
That thing's on display somewhere too. I presume at the Smithsonian. I feel like we should do a nonsense episode at the Smithsonian. How do you feel about that?
There's a lot of cool stuff there.
My God, we would just dork out there for a week. So it was a 1-pointer for me.
You had to have multiple choice, so yeah, just 1 pointer.
Another layup. That was a nice layup. That was a layup on like a 6-foot hoop. You make these easy for me. I appreciate that.
Ready for a question?
Okay.
What was Alan Turing's most significant contribution during World War II?
Cracking the Enigma.
Correct.
If you don't know that, you shouldn't be computing.
Deciphering German Enigma codes using the Bomba machine.
Yeah. There needs to be an Enigma on my desk. They come up for auction every now and again, and they're just priced ridiculously.
There's the next one. You ready?
Yeah.
Bluetooth technology debuted in 1999, enabling wireless connections between devices. What was its original purpose?
What was its original purpose? I don't know how to allow devices to communicate. I don't know. Give me multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Here we go. A, replacing wired mice and keyboards.
Okay.
B, transferring files between computers.
Okay.
C, connecting headsets to mobile phones.
Okay.
D, starting an office coffee pot remotely.
I am not a teapot. I'm going to guess headsets because that's how I used it first. Although transferring files was a use case that was terrible, but I'm going to go with
Take a pick.
I'm going to go with headsets. Yeah.
You're going headsets.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Sweet. I could have guessed. That was such a broad question. I should have just thrown that out there for 2 points.
Just throw a point down the drain. Ready?
Yeah, that was my fault. Bad game theory.
Here we go.
Okay, let's go.
What is the Turing test and what does it aim to determine?
Oh, this is easy. To tell if you're still subscribed to Netflix or not.
Yes.
No. This is a very simple test. Basically to figure out. I shouldn't say simple. If you're talking to a computer or a human, if a computer has achieved human-like intelligence.
Exactly. A test to evaluate if a machine can exhibit intelligent behavior indistinguishable from a human.
And we are getting into the real fringe of the Turing test now.
For sure. I mean, it's really, really hard to tell sometimes.
Like most people think I'm real.
And cybersecurity measures are crucial for protecting online data. What type of authentication uses a physical object like a security key for added security?
Like two-factor? That's a broad category. but like YubiKeys?
Two-factor is correct.
Yeah.
2 points on that. You are way ahead now. You're not even...
2FA. Well, yeah, but I wanted to get 60. I'm not going to get 60.
You're going to get the 30.
Which, by the way, please, all of you listening to this, please turn on 2FA for anything that's even remote, like your email, anything that's even remotely
Of any importance.
important to you. Turn on 2FA. By the way, did you read about the how they think the FTX heist right at bankruptcy? How they did that?
No, how'd they do it?
SIM swapping to get their phone number for the folks that had 2FA access for the transfer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty fucking coordinated attack. I feel like it's got to be some insider
Sure.
leak on that. They're at least pointing in the right direction. But they SIM swapped to be able to get to TFA. So they made an ID with the human's name on it, went into Texas. So they took the operative's photo, put it on a ID with the name of the person inside FTX. They walked into an AT&T store, I think in Texas, and said, hey, I got a new phone, and transferred the phone number to a new SIM, and then used that to get the 2FA code to do the transfer.
Wow.
The indictment was unsealed. I mean, it doesn't say FTX. It says, victim company 1.
Sure.
But that size at that time, it pretty much had to be FTX. Fascinating read.
Put the link in the show notes?
Yeah, I will.
All right, you ready for the next question?
Hit me.
Garbage collection simplifies memory management for developers. Which programming languages did not feature garbage collection as part of the design?
I mean, there are more than one, but I think the answer you want here is Rust. Oh, Christ.
You
Here
want
we
me to
go.
give you the answers? Multiple
Hit me.
choice. Here we go.
Hit me with a multiple choice.
The choices are A, C, B, C++, C, Rust, D, all of the above.
Why was C A? So I feel like you're designing to confuse me.
That's true.
Okay.
That's
I
true.
wondered if you were doing this. I'm going to disagree because the answer you want now is all of the above. C and C++, sure, they don't have garbage collection, but I wouldn't say that, quote, simplifies memory management.
Yeah, it's a trick question. The answer is E, don't be trouble.
Okay. Here we go.
I still think C should have been C, by the way.
It should have
That was
been.
a
You're
lost
right. It was a
opportunity.
huge mistake.
I'll take my 1 point in D, but A, C turns into a fucking Abbott and Costello bit. All right. Grumpy now.
Here we go. Ready for the next one? The fastest smartphone charging, tested from 0 to 100% charged, takes how many minutes?
17. I don't know. Multiple choice.
Okay, multiple choice. 12 minutes,
Okay.
8 minutes,
Okay.
14 minutes, or 6 minutes.
I mean, doesn't this depend on battery size?
It's got to be big enough battery to be using a flagship smartphone.
My choices are 12, 14, 8, and 6.
12, 8, 14, 6.
Wait, 12, 18, 4, 6. No, God damn
12,
it. Numbers
12,
are hard.
8, 14, 6.
That's what I 6, 8, 14. Okay. I think 8's too low, but I'm going to guess 8.
You are correct.
Really?
Yeah. Xiaomi's 200-watt hypercharge wired technology charges a phone from 0 to 100% in just about 8 minutes.
That's the good news. The bad news is it gets so hot it burns a hole through your fucking floor and ends up in your neighbor's
It
house.
contributes to global warming.
Yeah, it's magnesium.
It actually doesn't charge at the same rates the whole time.
Yeah.
It's charging way faster in the beginning, and then at the end, it's charging quite slowly.
Way slower. Yeah, top them up.
2 more questions. You ready for this?
There's only 2 left?
2 left.
I was really getting into this. All right, hit me.
What famous actress in 1942 co-developed frequency hopping spread spectrum technology for torpedo guidance systems?
Oh, no. We talked about this. I did not know this answer until you brought it up to me a while ago on a show, and I do not remember. I need the multiple choice, please, Alex.
Multiple choice. Here we go. Ingrid Bergman, Hedy Lamarr, Betty Davis, Marlena Dietrich.
I think it's Hedy Lamarr.
You are correct.
I vaguely remember you telling me this. This was an excellent story.
Hedy Lamarr and composer George Thiel co-developed frequency hopping spread spectrum technology in 1942. To this day, Bluetooth and other technologies still use frequency hopping.
Oh, fuck. Pretty much everything uses frequency hopping. Your Wi-Fi uses frequency hopping.
Yeah, amazing, right?
That's crazy.
Hedy
That
Lamarr,
story needs to be told more.
Her father was an engineer, and she and her father were inseparable, and he taught her all sorts of things of engineering, and she came up with frequency hopping.
That's crazy.
She had no formal training and would use her spare time, including in between takes, designing and drafting inventions, including an improved traffic stoplight and a tablet that would dissolve in water and create a flavored carbonated drink.
That's cool.
All right, this one's a gimme. This one should be a layup for you.
Apple.
Yep, it's going to be an Apple question.
Do I get 5 points if I answer it correctly before you give me the question?
Sure, go ahead.
Steve Wozniak.
So close, so close. Here's the actual question. How much did the Apple I computer cost when it first went on sale in 1976?
Oh, I want to say like $4,200, but go ahead and give me the multiple choice.
Here's the multiple choice. $2,513.
Okay.
$666.66. $420.
Elon.
$1,024.
1,024 was the first one. 25.
$1,024 is D.
Yeah, and A was
A
2,500.
is $2,500.
I'm gonna go with A. Is it D?
Incorrect. The answer is $666.66.
Is that their joke?
And it wasn't a marketing ploy, but simply a reflection of engineer Steve Wozniak's fondness for repeating digits.
Oh, so I should know this because I happen to know Woz's personal phone number, and it has a bunch of repeating digits in it.
Sure.
It actually has all of the repeating digits in it.
Buyers had to provide their own case, power supply, keyboard, and display.
I kind of love that.
Well, I just happen to have those things at my house, so why would I need to buy them again?
Totally. From my Apple half computer. This one I should have known. I should have known the price on that. I did not know that little bit of knowledge.
Yeah.
I do think we should get Steve on the show.
All right, that was fun, but we have to get out of here. Quickly before we do, have you seen or read anything good this last week?
And I'm going for a string of 2 weeks in a row of having something good, and I do.
Okay.
I watched the first episode of Apple TVs because that's the only thing you let me watch. It's called Adventure.
What's Adventure? I don't know anything about it.
So it's this first episode is a short about Faith Dickey. She's a woman that goes highlining in Norway's these like breathtaking fjords by herself.
Highlining is stringing a line across two peaks?
Basically like a slack line. Yeah, you put like a slack line. You run a slack line between 2 points super high up. Now she's tethered, so she is tethered to the rope itself, but still if the rope fails, you fail.
How do you secure the rope, the ends of the rope?
So the way it looked like she secured this one, which I was fascinated by, she tied one end around a big rock, which is also mildly sketchy.
Sure.
And it looked like the other end she used those like the bolts that you put into cracks.
Pitons.
Sure, whatever those are.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
And then she tied a rope between them, and it sort of she's by herself. Like she gets helicoptered in, she gets dropped off with 2 backpacks. She sets up a little one-man tent, and you see her sort of set this thing up, and she talks about the knot tying, and she checks her knot 6 times, and is it safe, and how it's really a story about her conquering the voice inside her saying that you can't do this, like you're going to die. And then it's her doing it. And she falls multiple times and gets back up and keeps doing it until she gets it.
And you hope that rock doesn't budge.
Yeah, no shit. And the views are just incredible, right? Because you have like this 3,000 foot face going straight down. It's absolutely amazing in Norway. It's really awesome.
How long ago did this happen? When did this happen?
I'm guessing it was pretty recent. It looked like it was pretty recent. And I'll tell you why.
Because the photography looks great.
The photography looks great, but more importantly, this is the first piece of immersive content that I've watched on my hypothetical Vision Pro.
Oh, wow.
Which is absolutely...
That's crazy. Do you have shots that she took when she was on the slack line, on the high line?
She didn't shoot anything.
Okay.
So that's what's so amazing about this, is she's doing this and you don't see any of the photography, you don't see any of the equipment, you don't see any of the support staff. I'm looking in the back for like their stash of gear. I'm looking for the guys running the drones. I only saw it in a couple of shots and it was so far in the distance, you had to really look to know that it was there. For perspective here, my whole family is asleep. I'm sitting on the couch watching this and you are truly completely immersed. And I'm just looking around, like as they're doing these drone shots to fly in to see her, I'm staring at like hard left to look at like the landscape to see where the gear is. I know where the previous camera shot was, so I'm looking for the cameras. They don't have any of that, right? So they've either taken it out with post tools or they've just done a lot of shots to get this. And it's incredible. I mean, you see her fall off the line several times. They do these far shots that come from, the peak above that come down to where she is. It's absolutely incredible. And the immersive experience is just amazing. Anyway, well, how about you? What did you watch?
Breaking the news. Who decides which stories get told? A scrappy group of women and LGBTQ plus journalists buck the white male-dominated status quo, banding together to launch the 19th, a digital news startup aiming to combat misinformation that sparks a larger discussion around race, gender, and policy.
Yeah.
The film brings the viewer right into the newsroom during tense moments as the startup launches in a pandemic, amid rising social unrest, and provides an inside view of what it takes to challenge the status quo and break the mold in American media. This movie is not great, it's ridiculously great. Breaking the news on PBS February 19th, and then for 90 days streaming on the PBS app and PBS's flagship YouTube channel. Catch it.
That sounds amazing. And now you watch this. This is just like in a 2D on a screen?
2D, yes, 2D.
Was it black and white?
It's not black and white.
Did they talk on it, or is it just like is there an orchestra that just plays over it? How did this work?
You're actually going to be blown away by it.
All right, well, I'll see. I don't know if I can. I can't play flat content on my Vision Pro. It just puts its nose up at it.
That is the episode.
Thank you for joining us for all this nonsense, a truly terrible podcast from The Awful Company. Visit us on the web at nonsense.productions. I'm CJ Little,
AKA Fanboy. I'm Jeff Parker.
If you like this program, follow, download, subscribe, and like at Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, AntennaPod, iHeartRadio, Spotify, My Favorite, Overcast, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Podcastindex.org, they've got a giant list of podcast players. In fact, they've got one that's a PWA that I was very psyched about, except the way they charge for it. It's quite strange.
If it doesn't work on my Vision Pro, I don't want it.
Special thanks to our floor director, Jack Little.
How did that little shit get in here? You can't get to the door handles.
We should get better locks.
I just see a little head in there pushing down the button, yelling at us. Now I know why. All right, we'll be here every Thursday morning for more nonsense. Please join us. So you never told me what score did I get?
Oh, you did great. I was thinking you were going to get like 30 points was my guess.
Okay.
And you got 31.
How many of those were me cheating?
Most of those are with you cheating.
That's what I figured. All right. So the real answer is like 12.
If that's what you want to believe, sure.
Oh, we are just full of jokes today, aren't we?